A series of military-related moves by China is raising concerns. It may indicate the communist regime is shifting towards wartime policy. On Tuesday, Communist leader Xi Jinping called for efforts to, quote, break new ground, both in military equipment and weapons development for the Chinese army. The past Sunday, the regime's National People's Congress issued a decision to temporarily suspend a number of national defense laws. The notice said Chinese military actions will now follow direct orders from the Communist Party. Those defense laws will be adjusted later. Many Chinese netizens believe the law suggests the regime is getting ready to invade Taiwan. Some left comments like "We have to liberate Taiwan" and "Something huge is coming" on social media platform Weibo. China also announced it will provide free medical services for the spouses of military members. That plus discounted services for their parents. The news again prompted online discussion on whether the regime is preparing to take action against Taiwan. China also passed a new land border law last week. In it, Beijing declared it will combat any act that undermines territorial sovereignty and land boundaries. That drew sharp reaction from India. India's foreign ministry spokesman said China's new law could have implications for conditions in border areas. That says tensions between the two countries are still on the rise after last year's deadly standoff at their shared border. No one knows whether or when the Chinese regime will be ready to start a war. Many believe military conflict may also be too costly for China right now. But there is one thing to take note of about the current leader Xi Jinping. According to China expert and former professor at Peking University, Dr. Christopher Balding,
if we look at even domestically how he's, remaking the party and dealing with political enemies, I would call him, he is not risk averse as a leader. He is very willing to smash things that he thinks are no longer useful or serve his objectives. And so I think we need to get rid of this idea that the cost would be too high, the risk is too much.
Balding says one doesn't need to look very far to see it.
I see little evidence that Xi and China under Xi is not willing to take those risks. I think they're very willing to take those risks. I think they're very willing to bear those initial costs. I think there might be some potential caveats, like if you start incurring large amounts of deaths, for instance, trying to invade Taiwan.
Balding called the South China Sea and Hong Kong two good examples of this.